it's Jess and Stephanie of The Uncommon Creative. We're joined today by Jess Vastola of Buffalo Baby. Jess will be speaking at The Uncommon Creative Collective this September 22nd to 24th in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Hi, Jess.
Hi, guys.
We're so excited to be having you. Jess is going to be covering editing at the conference, and I think it's going to be such a wonderful class and resource for our students. So tell us a little bit about what you love about editing newborn imagery, because this is something that I do not love.
That's the thing. I don't think a lot of people love that part. And I can't say I love that part. I do want to make it easier. That's why I started doing this. It just was, it was easier and faster, and to get to talk to people and help them through their workflow and make it, spend more time with your family to get that time back.
Yeah.
Not sitting there in front of a computer editing all night long till, who knows? I've seen people up till 3 a.m. editing, and I'm like, wow, I can help you.
We appreciate that, because I think, especially when you're starting out, that is something that you find yourself stuck doing when you have young children like you do. And like ours are a little older now, so it's a little easier. But when you're in that stage of starting out and you have younger children, where do you fit all that time in? And often, as you said, it's like 3 a.m. and that's not a way to live a life. And then wake up at 7 a.m. or even earlier, depending on how early risers your kids are. So,
yeah, definitely. I think starting out as well, it's really hard to find your own style and to understand how Photoshop works. So tell us a little bit about what students are going to learn when they're in class with you.
I'm going to try to start from the very beginning. I used Bridge, and I do know Lightroom because I did start using Lightroom. So I'm going to start right there, right at the beginning, with a raw file, how to open it, maybe some things about Bridge that will be helpful in Lightroom, culling images, and then taking them to raw and Lightroom and changing some settings, seeing what the settings mean, and from there right into Photoshop using actions, and then using hand edits to have both views of it.
Right, yeah.
One of the things I think I struggle with the most editing is newborns in particular, but you can argue even with teenagers or adults, is handling skin.
Yeah.
You have a solution for that? Because I think that that's a common thread amongst photographers, that we all want to know how to handle the skin.
I do. I do. I really like helping people. So yes, I do have some tips and things that for helping skin edits, and I know that's the most common question. How do I, especially newborns, because they come in all different colors. They're gorgeous the way they come, but some of them come jaundice, really, really jaundice. I've had some pretty neon babies, but different colors like purples, reds, and how to even all that up is just that would be, I know that's super helpful. But I have some hand editing that I could show people. I have my actions that I can help show you how to edit skin, and light is very, very important. So I would like to talk about that as well.
Yeah, I think we were really interested in asking about that. Do you think that there is a difference when using natural light or studio light, or do you have recommendations for how to use light to better produce a good SOOC to work with?
I don't think natural or studio makes much of a difference. I mean, you can use natural and have some gorgeous images, and you can use studio light and have amazing images as well. It's really light placement and getting the correct exposure and white balance in camera. That makes a hell of a difference when you're editing an image, especially for skin.
Yeah, white balance is always such a hot topic on forums that I see all the time. People going, what do you set it at, or who uses what? So I think that would be very helpful for people to sort of get your take on where you place your white balance for your newborn sessions.
Yeah, I just recently shot a session. It was a baby session. It was a sitting session with both natural light and studio light, and that too, just getting a the gallery consistent with skin too. Using both studio and natural light separately, not together, but
yeah, for sure.
I like to challenge myself. Let's make things harder.
Sort of natural light today. Let's just switch to studio, or we can just an overcast day.
Yeah. Well, I think that's true of photographers, especially living in a northern climate, is that we do have some variable light, especially if you are a natural light photographer. You might have very different skin tone from the beginning of a session to the end of a session due to changing exposure of the sun.
Yeah.
And so I think that's super valuable for people to learn how to manage those skin tones and create that consistency in their gallery for sure. So how long ago did you start creating actions and presets?
I want to say it was about 2015, maybe the end of 2015. They were for myself, really. I just, obviously with hand editing things, it was taking too long, so I created my own actions for myself. And I just had a friend say, I'm not really sure why you aren't helping other people with this. Why are you keeping all of this to yourself? So that's when I started creating them and helping people, because I really do. I like to talk to people. I like to help people, even though this is kind of weird being recorded, but.
So are you going to be showing a start to finish edit in the editing class? Because I think that would be really interesting for people to see. I know that when you sent us your SOOCs and your final edits, it was fascinating to look through. Yeah. So will you give the students that experience as well? Oh,
yes, absolutely. Why wouldn't you want to see that? Yeah, start to finish, absolutely. What I get straight out of camera and what the ending result would be and how I get it. Yes. I would love to show everybody that.
Yeah, we love looking at it. It was really fascinating. We're like, so we're just flip-flopping back and forth between the two. I'm like, look, she did this to the head, and look at this. I was like, ooh, I've never thought to do that bit. There was a few things where when you see it just like that, like often, obviously, as photographers, we've seen many before and afters, but I don't think that I've ever necessarily flip-flopped back and forth that way. It was really fun. Yeah.
Always doing that.
I think it's really interesting too that you know, there's always like many different ways to do things in Photoshop. Like there's certainly different approaches, but I think that people will really benefit from seeing the use of the tools and the way that you choose to use them. So with your own artistic eye, in terms of, you know, even using some of the filters or adjustment tools, I think that's going to be really eye-opening for people.
Yeah, there's a million ways to do things in Photoshop, I swear. I'm learning sometimes too, going through things, oh, I could use this for that, or, you know, same thing here, but something different over here.
Fantastic. Well, Jess, it's been lovely having you with us today. We're certainly looking forward to hosting you at the conference and to your editing class. I think it's going to be so beneficial for our students to be able to learn about, you know, file management. And I know there are things that you'll be covering that we haven't even spoken about today. So I'd encourage people to read through the description of your class. So I think it's going to be very informative. And we're so looking forward to having you this coming September.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Jess.
Thanks, guys.
Join us September 22nd to the 24th, 2018 in beautiful Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario for the Uncommon Creative Collective, Canada's Family Photography Conference.
Did you hear that? Uh-oh.
There are people here. Hello.
Hi, Boo-Boo. Hi. You're back.